Need my sugar. That's sour. Hello and welcome everyone. We are going to do a Moon and Libra messages. You coming up here, Phoenix? You coming up? So welcome everyone. That's really good. I was waiting for a few minutes for people to come in. Oh, where's my notepad? Timestamp the readings. They will always be timestamped the next day anyway. So, as long as I say timestamp certain time, right? So, man, I think I'm organized and then I'm not, right? Oh, that's a grocery list. I don't need it anymore. We'll use that. Now where's all my pens? They're all by my computer. You know what? I am just going to say it, and then the AI assist will be able to find it. Hello, hello. What's up? How's it going? So as always, happy Easter anyway. Happy Easter weekend, everyone that's watching and it's going to watch later. Happy Easter and happy Good Friday. Yeah, so I hope everybody's enjoying their family this weekend and doing some things with your family and gathers and stuff like that. So we're going to go through all the signs, Aries through Pisces, and we'll do quick messages, a quick reading from the Moonology deck, and then I might clarify with a tarot deck. We don't know yet. So it says, gifts from God, Archangel Senapal, we angels are bringing you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. And Phoenix, she knocked the cards over off the table earlier, and I picked the ones that she picked. I allowed her to be the one that, those were the cards that we were supposed to see today at this reading. So I left them, and that is gifts from God, you know. And how ironic today is, this weekend is also, Jesus's ascendant birthday. No, his awakening. So leadership, Archangel Gabriel, it's time for you to assume your leadership and lovingly guide others. Look at that, I'm wearing orange today. And I put my orange necklace on, and I'm wearing my donut earrings that I made. My donut earrings I made. So, anyways, I dyed my hair yesterday. I can't believe I got like 3,000 views on my video going live and doing my hair. I don't know if I did it right or not. We'll see. We'll see if I get judged by the reactor channels, the hairdresser reacting channels. But anyways, so Gabrielle is the angel of speaking, speaking things into being and trusting it. Orange is the sign of trust, right? And then we have creative writing, Archangel Gabriel. So when you're thinking, it's also communication. Your thoughts are also communication. And it's and writing those things down that you think, that's your intuition speaking to you. So it's Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal, pin it in an article, or write a book. So those are the angels that are going to be here with this reading for us today. So welcome everyone that's new, everyone that's existing already. Make sure you subscribe and have your notifications on. That's the only guaranteed way that you'll be able to catch me live. And I am an energy reader, so the more you catch me live, the more I'm going to resonate with your life and be able to guide you more better, okay? So, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here, and I appreciate everyone. So we're going to start with Aries. So we have the full moon in Libra yesterday. So I do when its time is right. So I had to do some organizing, doing some feng shui in here before, and I had to take care of a few plants before I did this reading. So it's about balancing spirituality with practicality, right? So I always try to do that, and I'm still working on it. And I also learned how to put on eyelashes today. You guys notice I hate mascara. So normally I don't wear mascara, but yeah, my cat, she wants to go outside and scratch on the carpet. So, all right, so we're gonna start with Aries right now. So what is the full moon energy in Libra have for Aries? So I hope you don't hear her too much. Sage, that's enough. All right, so what do you have for Aries for this full moon in Libra? What is the messages from the Moonology deck for Aries? We have the moon eclipse. Wow. So expect powerful changes. New moon eclipse, or the moon eclipse, and that was like about a year ago. And then we had another eclipse like a couple months ago. But that's so beautiful, eh? So there's powerful changes that can happen. So gifts from God are coming in. So take leadership and write down your thoughts as well. So remember that, what the angels said. So we have don't let pride get in your way. That's that Leo energy as well. Don't let pride get in your way. And a full moon. Full moon in Leo. It doesn't matter what full moon, but full moons, they give you a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on full moons. But sometimes it's your pride that stops you from really going after what you really meant to do and be. All right. Anything else for Aries? Let's see what else for Aries. Emotions could be running high. So super moon, we just had one. Super moon is also like emotions could be running high because the full moon in Libra could also be because it's a Venus. Libra is a Venus sign, which is about your emotions, which is about the feminine energy. And so you could be feeling a lot of things. So pay attention to your feelings, but don't let pride get in your way because powerful changes can happen. So when you don't let pride get in your way and you allow your emotions to kind of guide you as well, then the powerful changes that happen are for the good, if that makes sense. And then the bottom of the deck. So like when you just let your emotions get the best of you and your pride to get the best of you, that nothing comes of it, right? Nothing good anyway. So that's the bottom of the deck. So tell me about the powerful changes for Aries and if they don't let pride get in their way and their emotions get in their way. So if you don't let pride get in your way and in your emotions, don't let your emotions take control over you as well either, because it can be negative emotions. When you have pride, you can have really negative emotions, right? So believe in the impossible. If you believe, you can succeed, right? And powerful changes can happen if you believe. So our energy creates the reality, right? So when we like I've been there before too, like when you let your emotions get the best of you, you can make a problem worse for yourself. But if you allow your emotions to guide you and let your soul, let your spirit guide you instead of your pride, then you can have powerful good changes, right? All right, so what is final message for Aries? Final message for Aries. Your commitment is being tested the first quarter of the new moon. So make sure that what you want is what you want, what you're working towards. Like, don't let your emotions run away with you. Conclusions are within reach. What you want can happen for you. All right, Aries? So we're going to move on to Taurus. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the new subscribers as well. I've been more consistent on this channel, and I'm going to get even more consistent. I have a lot of plans for this channel And I've been making, so what I do is I make the type of readings that I've been doing and I like doing. I've been making the channel art for it, so then people know what they're going to be watching when they come to my channel. So I've been making the thumbnails, so I've been learning how to do that properly. So yeah, so this is the thumbnail I made like already this week. So yeah. All right, so Taurus, what does the moon have for Taurus? The full moon in Libra have for Taurus. My eyes aren't as good anymore. Can you can read while my anyways, I'm sorry I can't really see what you're saying, but I'm gonna focus on the reading. And I don't have like these type of moderators that know how to work this channel yet, but I'm manifesting them. So anyways, you guys can chat with each other, just be respectful. All right, God bless everybody on this happy Easter. All right, let's see, what do we have for Taurus? What is the messages from the full moon in Libra for Taurus? Full moon in Libra for Taurus. All right, we have, it is time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. That talks about, coming out of your shell, being more available, make yourself more available, give of yourself, because this is like the Virgo energy. It's about what you've learned, share it with others. So give your knowledge, give what you've learned, share it with others, kind of thing. Come out of your shell, kind of come out of hermit mode, kind of. That's what it talks to me about. Like when it says give rather than to take. We'll clarify a little bit more. Your commitment is being tested. So, so if you want something, the universe will test you. Do you really want it? Then that's, you have to fully commit to it if you really want it, right? So, let's see what else. For Taurus, what else from for the full moon in Libra for Taurus? What else? What are the messages from the Moonology deck? Nothing is yet set in stone, so that is where the commitment is being tested, because nothing is yet set in stone, because you haven't really made that final decision. Maybe you haven't given what you've learned, or maybe you haven't shared that, or maybe you've been in hermit mode and it's time to come out, get out of your comfort zone in a way, right? Allow your emotions, allow your emotions to kind of guide you as well, because this is there's like, you may feel a lot of things, and so nothing is yet set in stone. That means like, don't let your emotions over analyze it. All right, see, what is it that you need to give rather than to take? What is it talking about here? You're very close to achieving your goal. So, you will gain from it. While you give, you will gain from it as well. So, you're very close to achieving your goal. So you will get, it's not going to be a loss, whatever it is. It's not going to be a loss. So you're very close to achieving what you really want. Your commitment is being tested. So nothing is yet set in stone. So don't let your emotions tell you different, right? So what else? What is this commitment that's being tested? And what is this commitment that's being tested? Maybe it's leadership, because that card, leadership, kind of like, and then victory is underneath that. Your prayers have been heard and answered, have faith. So that means you need to have faith in what you've been praying for, and don't like screw up, like, by your, by overcommitting to something else, right? Stay committed to what you prayed for. So have faith in it. All right. Let's see. What is the commitment that's being tested? What is this about for Taurus? Nothing will, so whatever, so this like whatever you're being tempted about, nothing will come of it. So that is your commitment is being tested, because if you're thinking something else, nothing will come of it. So don't screw that up over something that will not be viable for you. You know what I mean? Don't screw up something good for something that's short term, like instant gratification type of thing. So, what is nothing that is set in stone? What is that talking about? And then I'll put one more message for nothing will come of it. So, all right, let's see. What is the message for nothing is yet set in stone? So, maybe you allow your emotions to overthink something, and then you may make a mistake by doing something else, and then that could be like mess up your what you committed to, what you really wanted, right? All right. So nothing is yet set in stone, but expect powerful changes. Not because nothing's happening right now doesn't mean nothing's going to happen, right? So this could be about a relationship too, because that just card just popped out there. So what is this that you don't? What is it? What's the advice here on your commitment is being tested and nothing's yet, and nothing will come of it? If you know, what is this about? I'm also getting don't manifest like one, like if you don't see the moon, like there's no point in manifesting. Time to like do some introspection. What do you need to release? So something that you need to release. Maybe it's a way of thinking, because it says so your commitment is being tested. Nothing will come of it if and then what do you? So you need to release something. You need to release something. Give it to the moon, let it go. Work through your fears. So that could be just about fears of something not working out, and then you do something to mess it up. You know what I mean? You maybe purposely sabotage yourself, because you maybe think that you're going to get sabotaged, so you do it first, right? So don't do that. Work through your fears, and don't nothing is that set in stone. Expect powerful changes. So expect powerful changes. Believe. Write down your thoughts, All right. That's what we got for Taurus. All right. Geminis. What is the messages for Geminis for the full moon in Libra? Thank you again for everybody that's watching and everybody that's in chat. So, new romantic cycle begins, Geminis. It says balance, practicality, and spirituality. Then I already talked about that. I am a Gemini. But I was talking about that, your dreams are like also practical, but they're also spiritual. And this is the full moon in Pisces. So, we just had that already. But yeah, it doesn't matter when it is, but always practice balancing your spirit with your mind, A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. That could be like in October that a new romantic cycle begins. So these are timeless messages whenever they resonate, when you really feel like they resonate. You also got surrender to the divine. Give it to God, gifts from God are coming in, so give it to God. Balance your practicality and spirituality. First card that came out is a new romantic cycle begins. It could be any time. It doesn't have to be in October, but let's see. What is this new romantic cycle that begins for Geminis in the full moon in Libra? What's this talking about? Talking about love. Your dream need a practical plan. Taurus energy. So it talks about being more practical, but also being balanced with, and also believing, giving it to the divine, stay connected to the divine. Surrender everything to the divine. Give it all to God and let them, guide your way, right? So what is that? What is this talking about? Surrender to the divine and balancing practicality and spirituality for Geminis. All right, so the way they fall was take time to breathe. So when you're like, when you're having a hard time balancing the two, take some time for yourself as well. Take time to breathe. Do something for yourself. Self-care like I did. I did my hair myself. I think I got all the spots. Did my hair yesterday. But yeah, so take some time for self-care. Um, that will help you to balance the two of them. And then it's time to take action. So, surrender to the divine. On the full moon, surrender to the divine, and it's time to take action. So, like Aries energy, and that's time to take action. So, give it to God and then take action. What you feel like you're being guided to do, Geminis. So also take time for yourself when you feel like you're having a hard time balancing the two of them, but also stay practical. Stay practical when it comes to your romantic cycle that could be beginning. Be practical about it as well, but balance the two. All right, anything else for Geminis? We did Aries first, eh? Aries is the very first one. So rewind. We're in Canada. I'm northwest of London, Ontario. A win-win outcome is forecasted. Libra, full moon in Libra. Wow, that's what we're in right now. So Geminis, you could have like a good outcome here, a win-win outcome. You and somebody, meeting eye to eye and thinking, two people thinking the same. There's a balance. There's finally a balance, between two things they may be you're doing or two people or something. A win-win outcome here between you and the romantic cycle, maybe. All right. So your loved ones are safe as well. Luck is on your side. And there's something also, I want to know why the bottom of the deck, why is nothing will come of a situation. What is that? What's that about? What is that? Why did I see that card for Geminis? Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. So don't think negatively about your dreams. Like, don't think, oh, nothing will come of it. Because then, have faith in it. That's why it means give it to God and then take action, right? You and your loved ones are safe, like I said, Geminis. All right, that's what I got for Geminis. Well, that was good reading for everybody so far. All right, let's go to Cancers. What do messages for Cancers for the full moon in Libra? We have hold your vision. I was going to say hold your horses because, the Chariot always reminds me of Cancer card, right? So hold your horses, the Chariot. But hold your vision. So whatever you're wanting, hold that vision. Keep that vision alive in your mind, in your mind's eye. Let's see, what else for Cancers? We have new start is coming. A new start is coming in the new moon. So the new moon after the full moon is a new moon in Aries. Will be in Aries. That is about taking action too. Aries energy is about taking action. And there's a new moon. There's new start coming in the new moon for you. And so hold your vision. Whatever this vision that you have in Cancer, keep that vision in your mind, Don't let that vision skip away, right? You're very close to achieving your goals. So what your vision is, hold your vision. New start is coming in that. So and you're very close. So don't give up. Don't give up. There's a song. I want to sing that song. Don't give up. I don't know who sings that. Have faith in your dreams in the bottom of the deck, Cancer. What is this vision that you need to hold your vision on? What is it that you need to hold your vision on? That bring love into a situation. Don't let your past hold you back, Cancers. So don't like hold this vision about love, that you're lovable, that there's love for you. This new start that's coming could be about love, and don't let your past hold you back from it, and bring a love into a situation that you may be in already. This vision that you're having, this could lead to a romantic cycle, could lead to healing as well, in a situation. And as long as you don't let the past get in your way. And emotions could be running high. You are the water sign. You could be feeling things a lot more. You know what I mean? Because you have all, you could be very emotional on the full moon. So, but hold your vision. You're very close to achieving your goals. Hold your vision, and your emotions could be very high. So be aware of your emotions. Tell me more about that. Emotions running high. Don't let your past hold you back. So don't let your past hold you back from the hard work is paying off. Your hard work will be paying off. Meditate when you're contemplating. Meditate. Meditate about your dreams. Keep thinking about them. Nothing is yet set in stone, so don't over worry about it. Momentum's getting you're gaining momentum and things, so don't give up. A fiery climax approaches, so things are gonna start, really moving forward for you. Conclusions are within reach. So everything is really positive for you, Cancers, in this full moon. So don't let your past hold you back from what you want, and don't give up. All right. So let's go to Leos. Any Leos in the chat? Say hello, everybody. So we've done Aries all the way through to Leos. So now we're going to be doing Leos. All right, Leos. What is Leo's messages from the moon and full moon in Libra? What are the messages for Leos and the full moon in Libra? All right, we got prosperity lies ahead. So, you will be gaining, some money. That's what I always get, like money from that. Prosperity, whatever you worked hard for is going to pay off for you. And there's also prosperity lies ahead. There may be something that maybe you feel like sometimes you feel like nothing will come of a situation, but there will be long-term something that comes out of it. Nothing, you may feel like that. I will clarify. Let's see. Tell me about why nothing, what is it that nothing will come of? What is something that nothing will come of it? What you need to release. So like, if you holding on to something, then, you kind of putting blockages up for yourself. So keep the vision that something is ahead of you, like something positive is ahead of you, that prosperity lies ahead, but you need to let go of something that nothing will come of it anyway. So there's no point in holding on to it. If you need to release something that that it doesn't do you any good to hold on to it, that's what you need to release, all right? So how can you make prosperity come in for you, Leos? You are good enough. Know that you're good enough. Be confident in yourself and what you're doing, and what you're capable of doing. So prosperity will be yours. Prosperity will be yours. Anything else for Leos here? Something else for Leos for this full moon in Libra? All right. Have faith in your dreams. And if you've been going through tough cycles in your life, that is, it's going to end. You just need to release some things from the past. That nothing will come of it anyway, and you are good enough. Prosperity will be yours to have, okay, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. And have faith in your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams, but let go of things that nothing good will come of it. Just let it go. Let it go, right? Your hard work will pay off. So believe in that. It's time to release negative energy. Leos. All right. So time to release things that you're holding on to, grudges or whatever. Let it go. If nothing good will come of it and nothing's happening, that's stopping you from really receiving your prosperity that lies ahead for you. And the reason it lies ahead, maybe you need to release those negative energies or things that you just holding on to for no reason, out of grudge or something. All right. So let's go to Virgos. All right, Virgos. What is the messages for Virgos on this full moon in Libra? What are the messages for Virgos? And always take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right. These are general and these are free. All right. So let's see what we have for what do I say? Virgo. What do we have for Virgos? What is the messages for Virgos? Work through your fears, Virgos. Like, things that may have ended or hard things that you went through, endings that were painful. Also your spiritual awakening, this is Scorpio energy. That's about like painful endings and painful lessons that we learn. So if you have fears of something, just work through those fears, if you're emotionally fearing something. Don't let, so confidence is your key. Be confident that you got what it takes. Your hard work, confidence, and then you got hard work is paying off. So have confidence in yourself that you can overcome some kind of fears here that you're having. So confidence is your key to success. And your hard work will pay off. If you've been working really hard, Virgos, it will be paying off for you. Tell me about the fears that you need to release. The fears that you need to work through. What are the fears that Virgo needs to work through? Ooh, that's a lot. All right. We take them though. So we got the expect powerful changes. So work through your fears about some powerful changes that may be happening in your life. Maybe you're fearing change. Some people fear change, right? Because if they don't know what the changes are going to be, they fear it, right? So your dreams need to be more practical, okay? So powerful changes can happen for you, and work through your fears of it. So whatever you're fearing about success or failure, work through those fears of it. And be confident that you can do it, right? Confidence is your key to success, and your hard work will pay off. So be confident that your hard work will pay off. Tell me more about that. Don't let pride get in your way. And that's another card of Leo, and also a card of it's either our ego or our spirit, Confidence is like our spirit, and it's partly our ego, but not really. But don't let the pride, like don't be prideful. Everybody know what that means, right? Like, so when you feel like your ego is kind of taken over, take some time to meditate on what your dreams are and what your fears are about it. And then your hard work is going to pay off. Let's see. For Virgos. See, Virgos are overanalyzers because they also have the Mercury is their planet, right? And that is overthinking, and that is like analyzing everything and perfectionist. Emotions could be running high, so that's your fear. You could be feeling a lot, and not everything is actual physically there, right? That you're fearing. So work through your fears. It's time to give rather than to take, everything that you've learned. So new moon in Virgo. So this is about like what you have learned as well. So coming out of that hermit mode as well, and everything that you learn, because Virgo energy is also about learning, teaching, believe in the impossible. Blue moon, something you never thought could happen, good for you. So work through your fears of it and be practical of what you want. your dreams need a practical plan. Expect powerful changes and work through your fears of it. Confidence is your key. Don't let pride get in your way. So when you're feeling prideful, go do some meditating, right? And give your time, your emotion, like what you're feeling. Talk about that to others, and also, your hard work will pay off, and also then you can also be helping others. Share that with others. That's what I got for you, Virgo. Your commitment is being tested, so your luck is on your side, though. So we're good there. Don't overthink it. All right, now we're gonna go to Libras. That is Libra's full moon. So let's see what the Libra's messages are. You guys see my donuts on my ears? I made those donuts. Let's see. What is the messages for Libras in this full moon in Libra? Messages from the moon for Libras. Emotions could be running high, are running high, not could be. A super moon. So maybe there's something that happened in the super moon. The emotions were running high, something happened, and that maybe that's what it's talking about here. Let's get into it more. Let's see for Libras, what is this? So you could be thinking about something that could have happened in the super moon. Work through your fears, and new romantic cycle begins. So maybe you need to start thinking about you, Libras, and you are also a Venus sign, which is this is your full moon. So you have every right to feel it's like your moon birthday, your full moon birthday, kind of. So you can feel that's your right. So work through your fears of it, and there's a new romantic cycle that could be beginning for you, but you may be scared about something. You may be scared because you're very emotional right now. So allow the retrograde to kind of like go through, and then a couple days. Retrograde's only a couple days. You'll feel a lot lighter. Let's see. Emotions are running high when work through your fears. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Thank you. What are the messages for that? What is the advice messages for that? So we have, it is time to release negative energy. So if you're feeling very high emotions that are negative, talk about that. It says communication is key to work through your fears of it. So working through your fears, it helps you talk about your emotions that you're feeling so that you can release those negative emotions. Even if it is negative emotions that you'd have to talk about, it's good to talk about it. That helps you to release that. And also that don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of what you're feeling. Just talk about it. You know. Find somebody that you can talk to about it. About what you're feeling. You got Gemini energy here. Geminis love to talk, right? So if you have a Gemini, they may be there for you to help you release that negative energy that you're feeling, and just need to talk about that, what you're feeling, Libra. All right, so don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of what you're feeling. So you maybe got some fears about new starts, about like the Scorpio energy, or like maybe something that happened in the past, that was hard for you. Something that ended but was hard for you. But this could be this new romantic cycle. Maybe you're afraid of love because of what happened before, right? So talk about that. Talk about your fears of it so you can release that negative energy, right? So you don't bring it into the new relationship or romantic cycle. So conclusions are within reach, the end of a tough cycle. So if you've been going through it, Libra, it's the end of a tough cycle. So everything that you envision is coming, is going to be able to see it soon. You'll be able to see it. All right, so this is the new romantic cycle that could be beginning. So there's also Libra energy, which could happen in the new moon in Libra, which is your birthday as well. But, doesn't have to be then. This is when we're doing the reading. So the end of a tough cycle is approaching. So if you're going through hard times, or like a drought in relationships, so talk about what you're scared about. Maybe it's a relationship that happened in the past that after you're a little sour or whatever, like talk about that. And what have you learned from it? Like, talk about that. Give rather than to take. What else? your hard work is paying off. So tell me a little bit more about Libras. What is this that Libras? What is this? What is this that final message here for Libras? And this full moon in Libra. Maybe it'll give you Libra a little bit bigger of a message because this is your full moon. Your dreams need to be more practical, full moon in Taurus. So the overall message here is communicate about your feelings, what you've gone through, what you're going through, what you're fearing. And the end of a tough cycle approaches, your hard work is paying off, and whatever you envision is going to become reality for you. So be more practical about what you want, right? Act as if you already have it, right? Let's see, what else for Libra? What is the tough cycle that can end for you? And what is the message there? So we have confidence is your key to success, and you are good enough, Libra. That's your message. And the bottom of the deck is time for healing. So this could be like, talking about your feelings and then healing that, so that this beautiful new romantic cycle can begin for you. So time for healing and a new moon. All right, so that happens right after the full moon, the new moon comes up, right? So that's what I got for you, Libras. So I hope you like that message. Let's move on to Scorpios. All right, Scorpios' message is for the full moon in Libra. Scorpios. So we got commitment is being tested, Scorpio. Don't be stepping out. Just kidding. Scorpios, your commitment is being tested. All right. All right. It says new romantic cycle began. So you're in the test cycle. The beginning is always like, they test you. You test each other. Your boundaries. Time for healing. So we got the believe in the impossible. So time for healing. So don't, so that's the last two cards here. Time for healing and believe in the impossible. And the first two cards were your commitment is being tested in a new romantic cycle. So maybe you have some healing to do, Scorpio. And the end of a tough cycle approaches for you, Scorpios. So let's see, what is this commitment in this new romantic cycle that is being tested and that is starting? What is this? What is this the first two cards here? What is this? What is this? Balance your spirituality and practicality with this. That's maybe the test. Like, can you balance the two? Like, when you're in a relationship, can you balance, the fun side of you, the real side of you, and then the spiritual side of you? Can you balance them in this new relationship? That's maybe the commitment that's being tested. And have faith in your dreams about the deck again. So, and then the romantic cycle begins. It says luck is on your side. So this is your lucky relationship maybe, right? So luck is on your side with this new relationship. And this new relationship it could really start taking off in the new moon in Libra, which is in October. But right now you could be testing each other, right? Or you could be figuring out how to balance the two, spiritual side and your relationship side. So, and you may be still healing and believe in the impossible. So even if you couldn't see it before, once you start healing, maybe from now until the October, you'll be in a full-blown relationship because you've been healing, right? Let's see. Look at the bigger picture. Like, not everything has to happen right away, right? Maybe it's time to do some healing right now, and not to be like, balance the two. Take some time for yourself, do some healing, if you're already in this new relationship, and just take it slowly. See, what is this believe in the impossible for Scorpio? So what do you need to release? You are good enough. So you need to release the thoughts that you are not good enough. That's what you need to release, all right? So you need to let go of the thoughts that, oh, I'm not good enough, all right? So win-win outcome is forecasted for you. And the full moon in Libra. So you can find that balance right now, and you can both be happy, like you and your new person, your new relationship. That's what I got for you. And be bold and make the first move, Scorpio. Just get it. What you want, get it. Just say what you want and how you want it. And we'll reciprocate on that. What were these last two cards? The last two cards were win-win outcome was forecasted. And you are, don't forget. And you are good enough. And you release negative energy too. I don't know, I already shuffled them kind of. Like, okay, so let's go to Saggies. So now we're going to do for Sagittarius. And so we've done from Aries all the way to Scorpio. We've done the readings. And now we're going to do Sagittarius. And then Capricorn. And then Aquarius. And then Pisces. And then we're done. All right. So let's go to Sagittarius. Let's go to Sagittarius. Thank you everybody for being here. Let's go to Sagittarius. All right, what are the messages for this full moon for Sagittarius? What are the messages for Sagittarius on this full moon? Show the world the real you. Show your community who you really are. That's full moon in Aquarius, but it also shows about like healer. That's a healer. That's a star. If you know, show the world that you're a real star. Like, you know, some of you, you're a star. Star, Saggies, you're a star, superstar. All right, let's see what else for Saggies. Saggy wedgies. Don't let your pride get in your way. That, yeah. So show the world the real you, who you really are. You're a star. You're a healer. You could be a healer. You're a star. You could be a star. You're being recognized by your community. But as long as don't let pride get in the way. Be real. Be authentic. All right. We also have your energy is gaining momentum. And then we have believe in the impossible. So when you start having confidence in yourself, but you're not letting your pride get in your way, you're showing the world who you really are, things will start going your way, you know, and believe that. Believe in the impossible. Even if you don't see it yet, you need to let go of the pride to be able to see that, right? So you are good enough. You are good enough. Let's say, what is that? To show the world your real you and don't let pride get in your way. Let's give me some cards for that. For Saggy Wadgies. All right, Saggy Wadgies. The end of a tough cycle approaches, and then you could show the world the real you. You know, you could have been going through some real hard stuff, and now you could show the world that how you're healing and how you're climbing to the top, like that goat over there. And we have a time for healing. Don't let pride get in your way. You are good enough. And once you start healing and you don't let pride get in your way. You don't let that pride get in your way, and you start healing, and you start opening up, and you being authentic self. Tough fight cycle will end for you. You know, things won't be as hard for you anymore. The world is going to be there. The community will be there for you more. This also, like, you'll be noticed, you'll be recognized, and things will start going your way, and you will see it. Just if you don't, even if you don't believe it yet, Sagittarius, you got to start believing in yourself. But don't let that negative thoughts, like that competitive thoughts, like or the intrusive thoughts, like wreck that for you. Your commitment is being tested in the bottom of the deck. So what is it that it could be gaining momentum here for you, and believe in the impossible? Tell me about that for Saggies. What is it that is gaining momentum and believe in the impossible? it is time for you to take action. So like energy is gaining momentum. While the energy is gaining momentum, take that time and really take action in your life that you want to move forward in. And then we also have expect powerful changes, even even if you think it's impossible. Powerful changes will happen, right? Expect powerful changes and expect the unexpected. I believe in the impossible. What you thought was impossible is very possible when powerful forces are at work, like, positive forces are at work when you take action in your positive energy. Personal issues reaching a resolution. Something that could have been very emotional is reaching a resolution. It's time to give rather than to take what you've learned. So what have you learned from it as well? That was Virgo energy. Or from the, like, it could have been a ghosting. It could have been like, something you've been hermiting yourself, or it's time to come out of the hermit mode. All right. Time to face your fears. All right, Saggies, that was for you. And now we're going to move on to Capricorns. All right, so Capricorns, what are the messages for Capricorns on this full moon in Libra? Capricorns, full moon in Libra. What is the messages for Capricorns? And always go to the very beginning of the reading for the angel messages. And they will be time-stamped at the beginning too, at the end. All right. Capricorn's first card that comes up, it says, nothing is yet set in stone. So, you can't always believe your emotions, especially if your emotions are full of waves. If your emotions are like waves, you can't always trust your emotions. So nothing is yet set in stone. So you may be feeling something, but it's not really set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. All right. So we have confidence is your key. So it's all about you and how confident you are, what you can make happen. So, something that your emotion may have told you, like you were very scared of, nothing is yet set in stone about that, right? So confidence could change everything for you. All right, Capricorns, let's see what else. What else for the Cappies? For the Cappies. What else we have for Capricorns? For the full moon and Libra. Capricorns, full moon in Libra. We have step out of your comfort zone. So confidence is your key. You need to get out of your comfort zone to be able to make things happen, Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. It keeps wanting to roll off my tongue. So, and also nothing is yet set in stone. It's also water here, water energy. Mutable water energy. Which one is the mutable water energy? I'm not sure. It's I think it's Pisces. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Tell me more about nothing is yet set in stone for Capricorns. Tell me more about that. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, so, when your emotions are, like I said, when I talk about, like, when your emotions are like waves and you don't know what you're feeling, or, you may be feeling unsafe or whatever emotionally, or like you're telling you this, your emotions are telling you this, Capricorn. But in the end, your family's safe, right? So it's just that the moon affects our energy. The moon affects our emotions, especially, and especially like the new moon in Cancer, or if you're also a mutable sign. I know Capricorns are a cardinal sign, but yeah, you could be dealing with someone like that. Their emotions could be up and down, right? So you may feel all over the place with your emotions, but you are safe, all right? So it's saying, even though sometimes you feel unsafe emotionally, you are safe, all right? Because the emotions could be, really wavy in your life, all right? Or you could have a very wavy emotions. Let's see. What is this confidence is your key? What is that talking about for Capricorns? Ooh, flap, a flap, flip, flop. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal, cardinal moon. So be bold and make. So confidence is your key, and the confirmation for that was when you need to make the first move. Like if you want something, have the confidence that you can have it. So then you make the first move. Don't wait for someone else to make the first move. If you want something, how do they know you want that? You know. So you need to be the one that can be confident and make the first move and be the bold one. Be bold and be beautiful. All right, step out of your comfort zone. It all talks about you taking some actions, Capricorn, here. I see you're afraid to take actions. Nothing's going to happen. Your family's safe, all right? It's just your emotions. So you could be overwhelming emotions there. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't be so afraid. Believe in the impossible, Capricorn. It's almost making me kind of like I'll laugh because I can kind of imagine that about Capricorns. They expect everybody to just come and, you know, and read their minds. Your commitment is being tested. So believe in the impossible. Your commitment is being tested. So it's time to take, you're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's in the driver's seat. If you're not making the car go, it's not going to go anywhere, right? So you need to be the bold one and turn the key and make that happen, right? Bring love into a situation. So let's see, what is it that commitment is being tested for you here? So conclusions are within reach and surrender to the divine. Give it to, know that you don't have to, like, when you're feeling those fears, give it to the divine, right? Like when you're feeling the fears and when you're feeling like, oh, it can't happen for you, it that isn't within reach, but you need to be the one that has to make it happen. All right, it's not going to be come and get thrown under your lap. Your emotions could be running high, so that you may let your emotions get the best of you sometimes, Capricorn. All right, that's what I got for you. And it says a new start is coming, so if you want it, it's coming for you. So then you need to make that action happen. So all right. So let's go to Aquarius. I'm really enjoying this reading today. All right, let's see Aquarius. We have faith in your dreams, Aquarius. I'll show you the card. Have faith in your dreams. So yeah, have faith in your dreams. And the new moon is when we make everything happen. In the full moon, we finish up projects. We do things that need to be finished up. And if something's been a long time coming, then that's also time to finish, get it started or whatever. If you've been thinking about something for a long time, it's also time to get that started finally. Right, let's see. For Aquarius. Look at the bigger picture. Have faith in your dreams and then look at the bigger picture of it, Aquarius. So that also reminds me of that luck is on your side, because Sagittarius energy is very balanced as well. It's also spiritual and also fire. So tell me more about messages for Aquarius for this full moon in Libra. Conclusions are so see the bigger picture. Conclusions are within reach and have confidence in your confidence is the key to success. So when you start believing it can happen for you and you see the bigger picture and you have faith in your dreams, that's when you're really going to start being able to have that success that you want. Is knowing that you are the one that's in charge. You're the one that is in the the driver's seat. And you need to just really know what you want and then have faith in that dream that is already being manifested for you or being created for you. Tell me about your dreams and seeing the bigger picture for Aquarius for this full moon in Libra. Your answers you need are coming. So have faith in your dreams that the answers that you need some answers. Maybe you need to get a reading, whatever the answers is. They are coming. You just have to like be confident that you can make this happen. And you see if you're seeing the bigger picture here, let's see. Are you seeing the bigger picture? Yeah, your commitment is being tested to see if you see the bigger picture of what you're wanting. So the answer that you are seeking is coming, and you need to see the bigger picture, that so that you could be seeing, you could be trying to figure out what is it that you're not seeing. That is your dreams, but you can't visualize it yet because conclusions are within reach, but you still need to be confident that you can do it, right? So you may have some questions about something, about your dreams, that how can you make them happen, and they are coming to you. Your answers are coming to you, and so this is going to maybe mean that something that you wanted, you need to really, that commitment is going to be tested to make sure, the universe is going to make sure that you really want it. That's what the test, that's why they test us, is to see if we still want it, after the test, after, you know, maybe somebody really pisses you off, and then, do you still want them after that? That must be love then, because, if somebody really did like the worst to you, then, if you can forgive them, and, that could have been the test, Are you strong enough to be in that relationship, kind of thing, right? Too. So let's see. Tell me more about the commitment that's being tested, and seeing the bigger picture for Aquarius. Communication. Talk about that. Talk about what is it that you want. What is it that you want? What do you would like? What would you like to see? Like, communicate that. Like, you already know what your dreams are, what you want, and any answers that you may be seeking that are pertaining to your dreams, you need to talk about that. And that could be that could be, are you committed to talking about that? Are you going to commit to talking about that? Then you'll be able to see the bigger picture. Are you going to commit to it? Like, do you need to get a reading? Are you going to commit to sending that message? What your question is, right? Type of thing, right? Too. That's an example. What is the conclusions that are within reach? Prosperity lies ahead. So, like, if you've been wanting, you think that you've been working really hard, and you should be receiving something here that is coming for you. Taurus energy. Prosperity lies ahead, but you don't quite see it yet. So you need to be confident here. What else is this for Aquarius? So any negative thoughts, negative energy that you're carrying around, or guilt or anger or fear, let them all go. Let that all dissolve. Like, go have like a really spiritual bath and let it all go. Wash it all off and let it go down the drain, right? So that you can get your confidence back, and have, so that you can be successful, Aquarius. So nothing's yet set in stone. You could be, very emotional too, right? Because you are part water. Take time for yourself as well. Take time to breathe, right? When you're feeling very much emotional or feeling heavy, stuff, take some time for yourself to recharge yourself as well, so that you can have your confidence, and so that you can see what path you really are working on, and luck is on your side as usual, and you and your loved ones are safe even when you're feeling those emotions. I know what that is too, and you need to release that way of thinking, right? Because then we can create that fear into reality if we focus on it. Whatever we focus on, we can create it, without meaning to, So don't let fear. Then let the fear create something that you're fearing, right? All right. So we're gonna do Pisces. Last but not least, we're doing pretty good for time, and actually, I did is kind of a detailed reading, and I just kind of felt like I should just today, because it's kind of a holy day. I just wanted to use the moon cards. I didn't really want to get into the tarot today. Not really a day for that for me. And today is really, Jesus's day, so it's Good Friday. And so I wanted to keep it more natural. All right. So Pisces is last but not least. Thank you for all being here so much. I appreciate you tapping in. All right, let's see for Pisces. What does the full moon in Libra have for Pisces? I hope everybody's having a good Easter weekend, enjoying family and family Easter feasts. So we have Pisces, we have adjustments are required. And then we have your hard work is paying off. So you may need to make some adjustments in your life or in your work to maybe adjust something in your work. But your hard work that you've been working hard, it's going to pay off. But you may want to adjust something in your life. Maybe you don't want to work so hard anymore, right? Let's see what else. Don't let your pride get in your way. But your hard work that you've been doing, it will pay off. And you may be able to make some adjustments now. All right, tell me about the adjustments that are required in your life to make things easier in your life. Don't let your past hold you back. So something, you may have gone through in the past, you learn from it, you can let it go. If you hang on to it, then it can stop you from getting a good payoff, or that may be the adjustment that's what you need to adjust. You're not, living your past life anymore. If it was hard, if you're working hard all the time, maybe it's time to, let go of your south node. That's what we've learned. That's where we learned our lessons. And so adjust accordingly. And adjust accordingly. Don't let your past hold you back, right? So adjust that in yourself. So if you did something that was below you maybe in the past, don't let that hold you back from something that you're doing now, or you're not letting it hold you back, because it says your hard work will pay off. So you're working maybe hard right now, and you may be a little prideful at times, but that could be something stemmed from something in the past. So don't let that past hold you back, because this time it will actually pay off, right? Pay off for you. All right, so what is this hard work that you're doing that's going to pay off? The answer you need is coming, Gemini energy. Full moon in Gemini. Yeah, full moon in Gemini, you'll be getting Geminis that will not stop talking. So Pisces, this hard work will pay off, because there will be communication that comes in for you. Confidence is your key, and prosperity lies ahead. So good things will be coming towards you, because good things will, paying off. Hard work that you done, you communicate that, and you be confident, you stay confident, Pisces, and prosperity lies ahead. Taurus energy, Gemini energy, and your hard work is Capricorn energy. That's about responsibilities. All that will pay off for you, and you will be prosperous with that Taurus energy. And confidence is your key to success. And so don't let pride get in your way. What is this that you don't let get in your way? What is this that could hinder you? What is it that could hinder you in your pride? Nothing is yet set in stone. So don't overthink it, because nothing is yet set in stone. So you may be feeling very emotional. You are Pisces, you are a water sign, you're the two fishies. So this full moon in Libra, you could be very emotional right now, but don't let that, your emotions say, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that because I am feelings, because it will, don't let the past hold you back either, right? So maybe in the past, you let pride get in your way, but nothing is yet set in stone. Let's see. Tell me about the message here for you. What do you need to release? Okay, so release that pride. Like you know, what is it that is the message here that is positive for you for the end of message here for you? The final message. Final message, personal issue is reaching a resolution. So could happen around Cancer energy, Cancer, new moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer could a personal issue that you've been dealing with emotionally that has that you know you need to release. That nothing is yet set in stone as long as you don't get pride get in the way. Also Leo energy. A personal issue that you've been dealing with will be reaching a resolution. So work through your fears of it. Your commitment is being tested and have faith in your dreams, believe in the impossible, and you and your loved ones are safe. So don't let your emotions get the best of you, Pisces. All right, everybody. I appreciate every single like and everything that you did in here today, bringing all your energy, beautiful energy. I felt really positive energy from all the signs today. So I just want to thank you guys for being here and allowing me to do readings for you guys. And even though it's general, you know, take the messages that you feel like is yours and to leave the rest of the message even behind, even if it's part of the message is yours. So take it, take the good, leave the bad, you know, leave the past behind you, you know. Anyways, yeah, I need to get some eyelash curler. Other than that, I'm trying to kind of learning how to put eyelashes on, but not perfect yet. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I am going to go relax now, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye y'all. Bye.